Good morning friends. Welcome to my channel Ideas for GD. Today we will discuss about future of fintech companies in India. So first of all, what is fintech companies? Fintech companies are those companies who use internet to do their businesses and make the platform digital in various ways like IT companies in India. So as we have seen in 2020 that uh, due to due to the pandemic, that is COVID-19 in 2020, most of the industries had faced a lot of losses, but our fintech companies like IT industries were in growth at that time also. Okay, so in India is one of the largest and fastest growing fintech market in the world. If we talk about the growth of the fintech companies in India, as I have already talked about, in 2020 during the pandemic COVID-19, the fintech companies were growing at that time only. Their profits are increasing. They were working from home. Okay, work from home was the best for them, and they made lot of profit during the pandemic also. At that time the e-payments were also increased. People were staying at home doing work from home, and due to the lockdown people were unable to go outside, so during that time e-payments were increased, and digital shoppings were increased that time. If you talk about the road, highway, the vehicles were have the people have to pay the tax for their vehicles on road. So in this field also a digital payment is involved. The one thing is called fastag. The fastag is right now fastag is used to provide to give toll tax at highways, where where it reduced a long queue of vehicles at the highway for paying taxes. Fintech companies helped India increasing the financial inclusion. One more thing I want to add in it is that Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile linking. by this scheme, by this scheme, government linked the consumer, the poor people, directly to the subsidy and giving the subsidy to the people. Like by linking their Aadhaar card to their mobile number, poor are getting subsidy in different schemes that before it was not given. The middle persons were involved in it, and they took their commissions from their subsidy. Now we will talk about the future of fintech companies. Right now, what are the steps, that is what are the things going on in India, we will discuss now. The introduction of digital currency and core banking in post offices. This will improve the country's economy, as well as it will reduce the corruption, terrorism, and money laundering also in India. Digital public infrastructure. As in today's time, we know that there are many digital platforms where we can use for our own benefits. Like we do shopping online, we order anything online. First, the one best example is COVID. We booked our vaccines uh, and take free of cost from the it is because it is given by the government. So digital public infrastructure is involved is increased too much in today's time. Other one is direct selling model. Due to the digital platforms, the online platforms, uh, consumer and seller are directly connected to each other. Here no retailer is involved in it. Whatever the transaction is in is it is only between the two people, that is seller and buyer. Okay, so this is the best thing in this scheme in the fintech companies. Now we will talk about the steps taken by the government in this sector. Government allocated 1500 crore rupees for the promotion of digital payments in India. Okay, for the promotion of digital payments. In December 2021, government approved schemes to provide incentives for the digital transactions like Bhim UPI, RuPay card, uh, RuPay card, Bhim UPI, like that, or Mastercard. So, and other thing is that promotion of digital payment for the unorganized sector. Like if we go to buy anything from a street vendor or uh, anyone else, we can also pay them. We can also pay them by digitally. Like if we use Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm, these are UPI platforms. By using these things, we can pay them. This has also increased the digital payments in India. Government had run many awareness program on the digital payments to make people aware of being digital, to be digital. And government has given many type of tax exemptions to the companies to make their business digital, to make transparent their business by going to the digital platform. In November 2021, government has launched digital rupees on pilot basis. This will promote transparency, traceability, and convenience. We can everything will be transparent, that where money is going, from where money is coming, whether there is any corruption or not. Okay. Now we will talk about the challenges in uh, fintech companies. So if we consider about the rural areas, these areas are right now behind because here the connectivity is very poor, and the fintech companies are unable to involve that market in their business. Second thing is a weak infrastructure and lack of manpower. Okay, the manpower, the people, the mind, the skill that are required in that business is not available in the rural areas, and the infrastructure is also not good in rural areas to set up a business or the fintech industries there. And the third is lack of trust. As we know that in India, people don't trust the goods and services, they trust the people. They trust the personal relationship over the goods and services. So this is also issue. And the fourth is data security concern. As we go to a digital platform, we share our financial accounts or share our information. Then after we are able to do any digital transaction. So by providing all the things, there is a data security threat, data security concern. Mm, and the fourth is that we the young generations are using them, but our old age people are not using that. It is very difficult to reach the old people because, as we have discussed, they trust people, not the services. So it is very difficult to convince them for using the uh, digital platform for their daily uses. Now we talk about the conclusion that India is a growing market. Uh, India is a growing fintech market in the world. As we have discussed that during the pandemic time, the fintech companies were growing, and its market is increasing day by day. Every year, the number of digital payments increased from the previous year. Number of peoples are added every year in digital payments. Okay, so the future of fintech companies are very bright in India, and the negative part is that rural areas are already behind that. It is very difficult to develop digital payments in rural areas, making people understand that it is for their good, and the, to gain their trust, it is very difficult to gain the trust of the rural people, especially the old age people and the people who are not that much literate. They have to get aware by providing the awareness campaign regularly so that India will be fully digital in the coming years. Thank you.